Good morning, everybody. It is start of day 2 on the Laurel Highlands through hike adventure. We're starting our morning here in the Route 271 shelter area in the camp. X Factor and Mooch packing up in their shelter there, making their final preps. I'm 97% ready, but beautiful morning here. It's just spectacular. There's mist hanging in the trees. The creek here is just running right through camp, which was fantastic. Made it really nice to filter water right out of a fresh running stream. Really nice tent spots, although they were just running with water last night. Grudge and I were right over here in this shelter. We're up early this morning, gonna try and get an early start to the day because the rain resumes, we think, around mid-morning, midday. So here's the final pack-ups going on. All right, everybody, we'll see you on the trail. Good morning. Coming up ahead is the first really cool rock formation. It's kind of like a hallway running down through the boulders. So nice start to the day. So
let's do it.
All right then. Day 2 begins.
That way.
All right.
Sobo. We're there this afternoon, as long as we don't take any more than, you know.
Day 2, baby.
Try not to trip up these.
Puffin' and puffin'. Afraid not, Samwise.
This morning's been nothing but fog and ferns and pretty little stream crossings. rock formations to hike through. Man, loving it. Really loving this trip. I know it's hard to see, but that's a great view down into the valley right now. Rain just kind of went away. Still got our rain gear on. Still hiking away, get uphill. But this is amazing. Sun's coming out. We might actually dry off for a little bit. Glad we stopped and dried your socks off back there?
Yeah.
Socks still dry?
No, they didn't ever really dry off, so to speak. So, I've now gained 5-ish pounds of water weight. Boots, socks, kilt. And so I guess I'm getting more of a workout today than I anticipated. Oh, there you are.
Check out that view down the valley, man.
I know, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
There were 2 turkeys up here a minute ago that just flew off.
No, they're not. They're straight right here. Dad humor on DBT.
At times, the trail is just nothing but ankle twisting rocks, uphills or downhills. Still incredible though. Absolutely beautiful here.
Sobo's the way to go if you're going with DBT. Anywhere's the way to go with DBT.
Everybody up for a game?
Yeah, you guys.
Remember what I said about the switchbacks in Indiana a couple weeks ago? I got switchbacks here too, but holy cow, still steep. As day 2 came to a close, we didn't do a great job of recording a lot of video, but we do want to tell you a little bit about how the day went when we got into camp.
As my friend X mentions, we didn't get video in the camp at Route 30 shelters, but that's where day 2 wrapped up. After a 10-mile day, we finished at the Route 30 shelters. Under partly cloudy skies, thought we would try and beat the next set of rain showers. It had rained pretty much better part of the day on day 2.
Yeah.
But just partly cloudy skies with decent wind. Quickly set up some gear lines, tried to get gear and clothing out to dry, and no sooner than had we gotten all of it out there, but the next rain shower passed through. So pulled all that back down.
It wasn't a lot, but it was rain.
No, it was a little bit of rain, exactly. Yeah. So it wasn't helping us dry anything, that's for sure. Grudge and I, in our shelter, decided let's grab some firewood before the rain sets in. And I happened upon some hot coals left in a fireplace at one of the other shelters by a hiker that stayed the previous night. Using those hot coals and the firewood that we were able to grab, we got a nice roaring fire going in our fireplace, and ended up stringing gear lines inside our shelter and started drying out gear on that afternoon.
While Grudge and Captain were doing all their hard work over in their shelter and getting everything situated and looking nice and warm, Mooch and I fell asleep. We just took a nap. We climbed in our shelters and we're like, hey, we'll lay down for a minute. 2 hours later, get up and go over, and they got it all set up. They got a fire going and everything. So we stole some of their coals, brought them over to our shelter. We got a fire going in our place. So got our gear dried out, and it ended up being a fantastic night.
In other words, while Grudge and the captain were over in our shelter burning logs, these two were in their shelter sawing logs.
Dude, you got to bust out the dad joke. We're going to move on to tell you about what we did after that. After we woke up from a nap, after we got fires going, after our shelters and everything were taken care of, later in the evening, we put some on, some of our gear, just our jackets, and we hiked down the road. About a mile down the road, towards the west, is a restaurant right on Route 30 called Wallet's. And Wallet's is...
I don't know that I would say restaurant.
It's an experience. It's an experience. If you get the opportunity... Stop at Wallet's. Don't tell them we told you so.
I don't know that I would call Wallet's a restaurant. I would say more of a biker bar. But regardless, dinner that night consisted of cold beer and giant burgers the size of your head with French fries and onion rings. Was outstanding. And none of us were up for trying something called the 50-50 burger, which they have on their menu, which is half ground beef and half ground bacon.
Sounds delicious, but these burgers were like 10 ounces. I mean, like they were seriously
huge,
gigantic. If you have the guts to eat the 50-50 burger, or you have, please comment below, because I want to meet you.
We'd love to hear what it's really like.
Yeah, absolutely. After Wallet's, we paid our bill, walked out the door, put our jackets on, walked down the road, and we went back to camp. So it's a short walk. You just got to cross the road. Why Dad's cross the road?
Get to the other side.
To get to Wallet's.
Oh, wow. And incidentally, we did make it back to camp in the nick of time. I think as we walked into the shelter area, the next batch of rain showers moved in. So timing is everything, kids.
It was perfect. We got back to camp, put more firewood on, climbed into our shelters, went right to sleep. I know I got a really good night's sleep.
We actually got a better fire going in our shelter than I had realized, and as a result, the temperature differential between my head and my feet kept me up for a while until the coals died down, but I got a decent night's sleep as well, so not too bad.
To recap day 2, it's a little different video editing than we had on day 1, because, again, I still had mic problems because I had water in my mic, so I shot a bunch of really good commentary that just didn't make the cut because it sounded like I was on the water. But this did give us the opportunity to edit a little differently. And so day 1 video, I opened up with a lot of our hiking scenes cut into music. But day 2, I just kind of kept it neutral with a lot of nature shots. So I'm really curious, do you like our day 1 video, how we did it with the music, better than our day 2 video? I really like to hear your comments on whether you think day 1 or day 2 videos are better. So please comment below.
We're also looking at some different mic setups to try and resolve our water in the microphone problem.
If you have any recommendations on mics or any equipment we should buy, let us know.
Tune in tomorrow for day 3 of our Laurel Highlands adventure. It was the first day where we had absolutely amazing weather, even more amazing and incredible vistas on the trail. And there's also a story about a certain GoPro folding tripod that's not to be missed. I couldn't believe it myself. It was the first thing I told the family when I got home. So come back for that, won't you?
We might have tested the drop limits of GoPro hardware. Just going to say, you got to watch.
Thanks to the eagle eyes here. But find out on the next one.
Extraordinaire. When does this go? Right.
Project
Look at
and
that.
enunciate.
Right yeah.
That's what I said.
Project and enunciate.
Better.
Bada. Video. This is awesome. I love doing this.
Take 7.
Take 19.
Click.